So we're going to talk about influencers, yeah?
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
great. I'm with Karin Lohitnavy from MIDAS Public Relations. We're in the wonderful Tenshino Japanese restaurant at Pullman Bangkok King Power, and you are watching Bangkok Venue Talk.
You've been talking about me, baby, all over town. You've been talking about me, baby. Go talk to somebody new. Go talk to somebody new. Talk to somebody new.
Karin, influencers, do they work? Do they deliver a return on investment? Are they an effective means of publicity?
I think brands should be using an influencer because the influencer brings them closer to their target audiences. This would be, I would say, the biggest plus of influencers. Then of course you have all sorts of different categories of influencers. You go from the major key opinion leader, that could be a star, then you go into the micro influencer and the nano influencer. For example, David, I would totally consider you as a nano influencer. So a nano influencer is anyone who has likes between, I'd say, 1,000 to 5,000, which I'm sure you fit into that category. And the reason why many brands now favor the nano influencer to the other sorts of influencers is because A, they cost much less. Very often they're actually in for free or maybe exchange of services. But the reason why nano influencers work is because people can say, that this is more or less a person like themselves. So they believe it. So if you say you love Tenshino restaurants, people will believe you, except of course now they know you're working for Tenshino, but let's say you weren't,
Yes.
People would definitely believe you more than if, say, a big influencer said the same, because big influencers, people kind of know that they're getting something for it. Whereas if I say I love Tenshino restaurant because they serve my favorite gluten-free foods, people will say, hey, great, because as I am gluten-free, people could consider me as a gluten-free nano influencer.
How do we find these influencers? It's quite a challenge because there's so many people out there, and honing in on the right influencer for the right brand and product is a challenge. How can we do that?
Well, I think there's two ways. Either you're lucky enough and you have some great influencers amongst your friends, or you come and see somebody like us and we do the hard work for you. And we come up with a series of key opinion leaders, micro and nano influencers, and we give you reasons why, as to why you should be working with these to bring awareness to your brand and to bring brand love to the audience you're looking to attract.
So that's part of the modern publicity agency's toolkit then, influencer campaign.
Definitely. If you want to be relevant in today's world, you need to consider the new media and not the traditional media only.
Is it costly doing this influencing?
Not if you're doing it intelligently. So if you're hiring the right agency to find your influencers, and if they have targeted the influencers correctly, it will be less expensive than paying, let's say, for a TV commercial that people are not really watching today anymore.
Any tips on selecting a really good influencer?
Definitely. So an important tip to selecting the influencers is to go look at their social media pages. One important factor is to look at engagement, because engagement is going to be the key factor. So one of the reasons why nano influencers work is because their engagement rate can go up to 5%, whereas normal key opinion leaders maybe is around 2%. So you can see that there is a way higher engagement rate, because somebody who has less people they talk to are more likely to know the people who are engaging with them and thus responding. But then on the other end, if you're a big brand, say a watch brand, then maybe you do need to engage also with a major key opinion leader, because as a brand you have a certain status, so you need to match your influencer with your status.
Gosh, there's so much to this, but it's great having MIDAS PR as the leader and being able to take the hand of customers and help on this influencing.
For sure, I think we are very up to date in terms of influencers. We're working with some tools that enable us actually to check if the influencer is real in terms of their engagement, because many people will boost their posts or pay to get higher engagement. But with the tools that we are using, we can check and we can give very clear reports to our clients to showcase that the influencers that we are matching them up with have actually the engagement rate they say they have. And once we are using them, the great thing about influencers is that you really get a very, very clear reporting, which actually shows you the exact numbers of people they have engaged with, how much features, how much clicks they've had. So it's very, very clear for the brands, and they can really have a very transparent reporting.
Fantastic. I feel a commercial moment coming on. So if you're looking for a professional influencer campaign, Karin and her team at MIDAS PR are the go-to team. Karin, founder of MIDAS Public Relations, thank you for being with us here today. And thank you for watching Bangkok Venue